How we doing, guys? Myself, Preddie OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Right now, guys, look at this article. It's a rapper that used to be a part of K Coach group. He was one of the guys that got shot in the head, and I don't know if this is a retaliation to Nines. Nines got stabbed a couple of weeks ago and also dragged out of his car. Now, the reason why I'm raising this topic because I want you young kids to understand that man can get touched. I'm trying to make you older understand now. Come off the road. How you lot are artists and how you lot are rappers doing well in your career, accelerating, doing great. Why can't you be like a Stormzy? Giving out scholarships to people in Oxford, making sure that you're getting to the Brits and making sure you're changing things. He's got his Murky Festival. What are you man doing? Going back to the blocks, shotting, selling drugs, still want to gangbang, still want to jog up. Now somebody is dead. All for what? You've left the ends now. I don't know why sometimes it's not a bad thing to leave the ends. Leave the ends. Let go. Why are you still jamming on the streets for? But it's this understanding of glorifying, and you young people think that it's good. You young people think that it's gas. This new generation of the wave of young people want to stay in the ends. You man are repping something that you don't own. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? You're repping something that you don't own. You're banging for South London. You're banging for North London. You're banging for West London. You're banging for East London. You don't own it. You don't own nothing. Tell me how much of you guys own. What do you own? Don't worry, I'll wait. You don't own your car. You don't own your house. You just about own your fake jewelry. What do you own? Nothing. But you man want to be repping, gangbanging, repping your road, repping a postcode. When you're dead and when you're gone, that's it, it's over. What postcode you repping? What, are they putting up a shine right now? Are they putting your name as a road? No, they're not. So I don't understand how Nines, how this other young rapper from K Coach group are still on the roads when you should be absolutely progressing yourself. And it's tiring. It's tiring to hear this all the time. And these young people are looking up to these guys like, yo, I want to be like that. Do you want to be like this? Do you want to get dragged out your car and get stabbed up? Because you want to play this bad man image. I don't care. I put my hands up and say, I'm not a bad man. I'm not a bad man. I put my hands down. I'm not in it. I'm not a part of it. It doesn't make me less of a man. I'm real. Bad man and being real is two different things. I've already explained this already. So it shocks me and makes me look at things differently when I start looking at the roads now. I start looking at the roads now and I'm seeing a lot of you man and a lot of you youngsters are running around thinking that 1 minute it's okay and the next minute you want to cry. Next minute you don't want to get the sentence. Next minute you're talking about it wasn't me. And I'm starting to see some of you olders, you're playing this bad man, wicked man thing, but you know deep down in your heart you're scared. You know deep down in your heart that these kids ain't playing and they're ready to take you off the road. So some of you old man needs to wake up and smell the coffee. Some of you old man are running around. Yeah. Some of you not even still trying to rap. How old are you? 40, 50, still trying to rap. You got this other guy that's jumping around in music videos with all these young people. What's going on? Everyone's clout chasing for fame. You saw about Rams. You saw about other artists like Stormzy that's come out and talked about mental health. It's not an easy life, guys. People are still humans. It's like we're not looking at these celebrities like they're humans. They're still normal people. They still suffer. They still go through mad things in the daytime, mad things in the nighttime. When you're seeing them post and seeing them with their bling and their rollie and all they're out on holiday and going on private jets, they've got problems. Don't you remember what Biggie Smalls said, bruv? You get me? More money, more problems. So the more high you get up, the more problems you have. Don't think that you're not going to have any problems. Don't think that life is just easy. Some people just look at me sometimes and be like, oh, Chris is nice. No, I have my problems too. I have my ups and downs. I have my struggles. I have days where I don't want to get out of bed. I have days where I just don't even feel positive. I have days where I'm like, what another life. There's days where my heart just sinks every single day. There's days where I've cried. Let me keep it real. There's days where I've cried and said, what's going on in this world? So don't ever think that just because you see someone, don't judge a book by its cover. We all got an emotions, and behind that window, behind that closed doors, someone is suffering. Someone's going through a lot. Maybe you older guys need someone to sit down and talk to. Maybe you need to start talking to some counsellors. Maybe you guys really want to come out the roads, really want to speak to someone, but you just don't know what to do because you've been road for 30 years. Let's talk about that. Some of these guys have never worked a day in their life. From 16 to 30, 40, they haven't worked a day in their life. So my whole thing is, how would you reprogram someone like that? They probably do want to work, but how would you get them to work? How would they have that understanding? They've been in prison more than they have hot dinners. This needs to stop. But at the same time, what can we say? It's a constant cycle. It's a constant battle. But at the same time, we need to, as a society, look at the facts. The facts is these young kids are looking up to these elders. These young kids are looking up to these rappers. These young kids are looking up to artists and actors. And if we ain't showing them and shining the right light on the ones that we should be shining on, this is what these young people are going to be getting.